Hi, Aries. This is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a timeless love reading. This is for my Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and cross watchers are welcome in any of my readings. We are going to do a fairy tale love reading today with some initials and some charms and see what Spirit has for you. Please use these readings to manifest a love that you are worthy of or to confirm a love that's come into your life. Spirit, please share with me for my Aries. What is it that you need us to know? What is it that you want us to hear at this time? I am listening for you now. I have yearning, missing you. Okay, so there could be somebody that is in your past. Doesn't mean that you're going back to them, but we have fond memories of, or we just miss them, but maybe we're not supposed to be with them anymore. So you could be thinking of somebody, certainly somebody who lost somebody, like a spouse. Obviously, you would miss them. Spirit, please share with me. I have an epiphany. Somebody has an epiphany moment about this connection. I love epiphanies, that light bulb going off. I have forgiveness. Somebody asking for some forgiveness. And I have an illusion, looking through rose-colored glasses. They're using the word misunderstanding. Part of me feels that we could have had, I don't want to say a reconciliation as much as a false start. That we could have had a misunderstanding, that we had plans and then nobody called and I haven't heard from you for, a few weeks or days, and I just thought it ended and I just kind of moved on. So there could be just this kind of a hiccup energy with a false start with someone. I have lust with satin sheets, somebody who's thinking of you. I have somebody who's shy. That could be you or them. I have introspection. They've had time to think about this. That's interesting. They've had a chance to think about this. I'm going to say they didn't come on strong. I'm going to say it's the person who maybe you went on 1 or 2 dates with, and then it kind of fizzled out. We didn't really say one way or another that it was going to continue or end. And it felt like it was going to fizzle out. And maybe this energy is coming back around. They've had some time to think about it. They actually had some good times with you. They want to invest a little bit more energy and time into you. You probably thought, I don't know what happened. I thought we had a great time. I thought that everything was nice. So I feel like it's more that kind of an energy. I have indulgence. Okay, going overboard. I want a couple more of these. I have irreplaceable with a big diamond. I have a feeling messy behavior. A little bit of a wild night. That feels like a wild night to me. And I have a reunion. I think that you have somebody in your energy that I don't feel like you were in a long-term relationship. I will say that. But I feel that you could have hit it off with this person. It is a sense of trying again. It is a sense of give me a second chance. I know some of you don't want second chances, but maybe everything was fine and it just kind of didn't go anywhere. I'm going to say the timing is right. The timing is right now. There could have been just something, they got busy. I know that's not an excuse, but something could have happened. A family member got sick. They had to go take care of a parent. Something got really, their life kind of spun out of control. So it could be that, we weren't really in a relationship. We had talked, we had dated maybe, but we weren't in a relationship that I had to report into you as to what was happening. So I'm going to say some weeks went by. I'm going to say some time went by. And then this person has had a chance to think about They could have even dated somebody else in between. Maybe they're online dating, they're talking to different people, but they realize they really had a good time with you and they want to go back and spend some more time with you. Sometimes people just kind of like fall off the face of the earth. It's not necessarily a ghosting. It's just like, whatever happened to that person? You know, I never heard from them again. Let's see where we're headed. I have a 3 of Cups. You're going to hear from somebody. I have a King of Swords. I have an Ace of Pentacles. And I have a Judgment. This person's ready to take some action. This person's ready to make their next move. It is a sense of, I've had time to think and I want to move forward. There is a forward movement. So I will say that if you are up for it, but I don't think this person necessarily hurt you. I don't feel that there was an obligation here. I don't feel like you feel ghosted. I feel like you feel, I just haven't heard from them for a while. And I was kind of hoping we'd go out again, or I was kind of hoping that they felt the same way, but maybe they didn't. So I think it's interesting because timing is everything. And sometimes people back off and take a little bit of time just to think about, am I ready to enter into a relationship, even though they took you out on dinners, but that's fine. To them, it's like a date and it's not a big deal. But to decide that you want to actually try to be in a relationship with somebody, sometimes people take a little bit of time to think about that. I have a Page of Wands. I have a 6 of Pentacles. I have a High Priestess. There is a sense of kindness. There is a sense of, I have a Tower and a Moon. And the key word on the Moon, they're saying misinterpretation. So I do feel that way. I do feel that I misread this, or I thought they ghosted me. I thought they definitely weren't interested. I haven't heard from them. They didn't say goodbye. So there is a sense of they just dropped off the face of the earth. But your intuition may say it was good. You know, I liked the night that we had together. I liked the dates. I liked the talking up until then. And give them a chance as far as why. Because there's a part of me that feels that I have a Hanged Man at the bottom of my deck. So they either weren't ready to say, I want to get this going, and they just needed a little more time. Or something really did come into their life, something busy with work that kind of took them off path for, you know, sometimes it's like that out of sight, out of mind energy that you got to go and travel and be with your family. Now you're with your family, you're consumed with your family. The days are going by. There could have been a death in the family or an illness, and your mind's on that. So all of a sudden a week goes by and you realize, wow, I feel bad. I never talked to that person again. Maybe I should reach out to them. Spirit, please share with me. I'm going to say it's some kind of reunion. I am. I have single. I feel alone, lonely. I have a relationship. Okay, so I want a relationship. There's the turning point. There's the epiphany. It's the person who, even though they're dating somebody and they're looking, it's the turning point of, you're the one I want to have a relationship with. I'm okay with dating people. Doesn't mean that I want to be with them forever. I want to just see what's out there. It doesn't hurt to talk to people. But you're probably the first person that they've met that they want to have a relationship with. And that's what I feel is going on here. So maybe they're really ready to give up their single life. You could have had a conversation on one of those first couple of meetings that if you're not really ready for a relationship, then don't waste my time. And maybe that's why they weren't chasing you, because they didn't know if they were really ready. I have travel. There's been a distance between us. That's coming into me as I had to travel somewhere. You might know that they were away. Some of you may have told you, I'm going to be away. I'm going to be away for 3 weeks. I'm going to be away for a month. I'll call you when I come back. So this could be the call coming back. There is a sense of a time element of, I let you know I just wouldn't be in the area for some reason. I have to travel for business, or I just won't be away. I had a trip planned before I even met you. I have regrets. Regretting I made the wrong choices. It came into me as they picked the wrong one. They may have been dating a couple of different people. And maybe they'll admit it. That they maybe started dating somebody before you, and they wanted to give that person more time. And then they realized that that wasn't going to go anywhere. And they kind of feel like you're the one that got away. So they said, I'm going to come back to you and see if you're still interested. They picked the wrong one. That's interesting. But I always see things like that as spirit removes somebody from their life because they're supposed to be with you. So it's not even necessarily that. I just feel like there's bigger things on earth going on there. So give them a chance. Give them a chance. It's so hard in the beginning. I think the hardest part of a relationship is just getting together. Just getting over that hurdle of, do we want to be in a relationship together? Are you somebody I actually want to spend time with? I have a 4 of Wands. They picked the wrong one for sure. I have a 7 of Wands. If they're coming back, they're not going to give up on this connection. Good. 9 of Wands and a King of Pentacles. And they also have this beautiful energy of, I don't want to give up on it. I've been through a lot. I can handle a lot. A feeling of I wasn't trying to put you through the ringer. Also, that wasn't their intention. Their intention was that they're just dating different people. So they're adults. So that's what, that's why it's called dating. But it doesn't mean they want to continue dating different people. It means that they've made a decision. They want to date you, and they do want you to feel more secure, and they do want you to feel that this is going somewhere. And then that 4 of Wands is, this could definitely go somewhere. This could turn into the person of my dreams. I've got a King of Wands, 4 of Wands, and a King of Pentacles. So has your king arrived? This is a beautiful, strong king that's saying, I know what I want now, and I want you. And they may even say, I could see you as someone in my future, and that's why I came back. That's why I want to give this a chance. For lack of better terms, not all of you it's going to apply, but it could have been just a casual affair. Could have been, just a short-term relationship. And the expectations weren't really there for either one of us. We just were attracted to each other. We spent some time together. So for some of you, not all of you, it could have just been a very short-term connection. But right now, I feel this coming full circle is 2 of Wands on the bottom of my deck, is somebody saying, I've given this some thought, and I definitely feel like we could have a future. So I would definitely give this person a chance. I would give this person a chance if it was me, for sure. Okay, so let's see what the initials are. I've got this big, beautiful bowl of rubber erasers for kids, and their initials and numbers. So we're going to get a handful of these, and I'm going to just see what Spirit has. So it could be first initial, last initial, and they may connect to some of you. I have the letter K, M, my initials. I have an N, I have an O, I have an M, the letter P, Q, I have another M. M is popular. I have a D, another K, G, letter T, U, I have a V, and I have another V. I have another, do I have a Y? I have a Y. I have an L. C. S. U. And I have an A. And then I have a bunch of numbers. So let me in an X. We get an X and an X. So now I have some numbers. So let's do the numbers. Let me see what I'm feeling. So the first thing I have is 38. These could be ages. I have 38. I have 47. I have 20, 25. I have 58. And I have the number 8. So August, 8 weeks, 8 days, August, something like that. So those are the letters. So they may connect. Let me know if they connect to anybody. Some of you are able to spell. I always love that. You can spell your person's name or your first initials and their last initials, like both initials were there. That's always fun. Let's see what else they have for you. Spirit, why is this person coming back? Like, what is this destiny? Is this fate? Is this somebody who had a wake-up call with that epiphany moment? Spirit, please share with me. I have air signs. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Could be an air sign. I have around spring. This could really start to take off. I have unsatisfied. Losing interest. I think that that's what happened. I feel like you thought they just lost interest. They weren't texting anymore. They weren't engaging. They just kind of dropped off the face of the earth. But we hadn't committed to each other. Terms, working out, negotiating with you. I don't know about that. They're saying begging, but I think you said, I'm not begging. I'm not calling somebody. I think you know yourself well enough to say, I'm not chasing. So good for you. You didn't chase them. Maybe that was part of the reason they came back, because maybe they don't like to be chased. Maybe they wanted to see, not that it's a test, but they didn't want somebody that was looking desperate or chasing or constantly calling or when am I going to see you again? They just wanted to be with another mature adult that if this is going to happen, it will unfold on its own time. Can I have a couple more of these, Spirit? I have a commitment, long-term goals. I think they hesitated. I think they gave some thought to, I'm going to have to give up my single life to be with this person. I've been dating. I don't like the other people I'm dating. I'm going to give them all up. I'm not going to date anybody else anymore. I'm going to give this one person a chance if they'll have me, if they want it. Also, obviously, a new boo, a happy place, seeing someone new love blossoms, enjoying each other. And I do feel like you enjoyed each other. That's why there was this sense of, why did they are they not interested? Everybody has their story at the beginning. And I think this is just going to be part of your story, that it was a false start that then leads to a finding our way back together. And it works the second time. I have Temperance. I have a Knight of Pentacles. I have a Knight of Cups. And I have a King of Wands. I think in a very short period of time, this person is going to start to show you that they really have made up their mind, that they do want this connection. So that is really what's going on. And you'll start to see the romance. You'll start to see the investment in time. You'll start to see them going out of their way to be with you. Spirit just said you're recognizing each other is how they just said it. So you're starting to see this could be a soul connection. You have connected on a deeper level, something along those lines. But you're going to start to see a change in them. And I do feel that almost like they're going to make it up to you. They're going to make up the, I know you haven't heard from me for a couple of weeks, but I'm going to take you out and we're going to try this again. All right. So I have a big bowl of beautiful charms and my magic scoop, and let's see what your charms are saying. Let's see if we can get some more insight to this connection. Boy, false starts. It's always disappointing when you think you had a really good date with somebody and then it doesn't go anywhere. My husband called them one and done when we were both doing online dating, that you'd go on one date with them and like they disappear, one and done. It was just like, you never see them again. You never hear from them again. I have Taurus. Okay, I have a Taurus. I have two Taurus. Okay, maybe you're both Taurus. Boy, that would be something. What is this one? That says love. Okay. I do have a cross. Okay, I'm going to put the cross up here. I have some numbers. I have a 6. Nope, I have a 9. September. I have an O. What's this one? I have another 9, 9, 9. And I have an O. Okay. I feel like it's part of a phone number, like 990 something, like, or 909 something. I feel like it's the beginning of a phone number. What's that first beginning part of a phone number? I just feel like that's connected to a phone number for some reason. All right, I have 2 crosses. We could share the same religion. We could believe in the same thing or raised in the same religion. I have a big heart. I have a lot of hearts. I have 3 hearts. I'm going to put these hearts together for a minute. So I have lots of hearts. My hearts are opening up. That's like an open heart. So it feels like my heart is opening up. And then I have a half-filled heart. So maybe my heart's you're starting to come into my heart. And then I have a fully full heart that with this pink that says love. And then now I have full feelings for you. So it's a sense of going through like this stages of opening up my heart. I'm going to put this with the crosses, just spirituality in general, that we both are close with that. Okay. What is this? I think this, hold on a second. I think this is what is that? I'm trying to see if that's one of my signs. Is that one of my signs? I don't know what that is. Okay. I'm going to look at that later and see if I can figure that one out. I thought it was one of my signs. I have a book, the chapters, Book of Love. I love to read. Okay, so you could have an avid reader. You could have a writer. You could have somebody that has to write as part of their living. They just write all the time, or that's something that they're writing contracts, or they're writing reports of some kind. All right, let's see. I have a squirrel. I have a tree and a squirrel. They did just give me the word leaves. So I live somewhere where there's a change of season. And I felt the fall leaves with the squirrel. I felt the either walking in the woods or raking leaves or the smell of leaves lots of squirrels in my yard. Maybe the squirrels are a problem. You hear the acorns, dropping on your roof all day long, something like that, or they're running on your roof, or they get into your attic. So I feel like squirrels are either a conversation or something. All right, I'm going to tell you a funny story. I don't usually do this. I had a mediumship reading one time, and the deceased dog came in, and I don't remember the name of the dog, but I said, the dog is holding a squirrel in its mouth. It's got a squirrel and it looks happy with this squirrel in its mouth. And the woman says to me, did you say squirrel? And I said, yes. She said, oh my God, I know that's him. I know that's him. I said, okay. She goes, since he was a puppy, he's had a stuffed squirrel and he never went anywhere ever without the stuffed squirrel in his mouth. So she said, still have the stuffed squirrel, but that was his toy, was the squirrel. So that was just a story about, me being a medium, but that squirrel's reminding me of that story. I'll never forget that. Like, the dog has this squirrel and he looks really happy. So that was it was a stuffed squirrel. Crazy. All right. So I have a bunny, I have a love, I have a daisy. All right. Little bit of a nickname energy coming in. Honey baby, honey bunny, like just a nickname. But I'm leaning more towards baby, honey, but that's how it got me there. So I'm going to say it that way. So somebody who definitely is a nickname person, you will have a nickname. I'm hoping they call you by your first name every once in a while, but they just do it as affection. I have an Eiffel Tower. So that feels like travel to me. I'm just going to say travel. And then I have two little fairies, just a feeling of wishing, and a butterfly. So the butterfly's coming into me more significantly. It feels like it was a specific butterfly. I feel like it's a tattoo, and I feel like it's connected to either a sister or a daughter. It's a female. I have a tattoo and I might have a date on it. I might have their name on it, but that was that's how I remember this person. I want this person always. So it feels like a tattoo, and I feel like it's connected to a feminine energy. So that butterfly is coming into me as somebody who has gone and gotten a tattoo as a remembrance, specifically a butterfly. It has, I feel like, blues and purples in it even. So maybe that's even more specific. Okay, so let's see what the final messages are. Those were nice. The squirrel is funny. The squirrel, I've had so many readings over the years as a professional psychic, and I used to write them down, and I have files and files of kind of spot on stories, I used to call them. And I used to write down these things that would happen in my readings because they were just so off the charts sometimes. But sometimes they just like pop into my head, because they were funny. And, Spirit has a sense of humor with me. But it was a confirmation for sure for that person. All right, let's see what the loving messages are. Spirit, what is it that you need me to know about this connection? Definitely a trying again. Definitely a feeling of, I really want to give this a shot. So you are my light in the dark. Okay. That came into me more as I'm glad I found you energy. I love everything about you. I like that. Marry me. I do feel like ultimately this will turn into a committed relationship. So even though it started out slow, it started out with a little bit of a hiccup, I do ultimately feel like it's going to turn into the love of your life. I want to walk into the sunset with you. I want to grow old with you. So that feels good also. Let's see what the timeline is. Spirit, please share with me. What is the timeline around this connection? I have don't wait around. I'm going to say don't wait around for the wrong one. You're not waiting around. I feel like you already made that decision. You weren't waiting around for this person. And then this person happens to come back. So that I do feel. I have June being important. I have within a year, what a difference a year makes. And there's the books again. This person may be connected to also something to do with school systems. It was like collegiate was the word. So universities, colleges, higher education, high school education, teachers. So it was a feeling of collegiate with all those stacks of books. So you or this person could be in that kind of field, or both. I have this week. How beautiful. Look for a feather. Look for a feather with it feels like a darker feather to me. It feels like a black feather, but it almost like when you turn it, it almost has maybe like blue in it. So I don't know what bird that would be, but it feels like a dark blue, iridescent feather. Okay, so Aries, you had a beautiful reading. A little bit of a slow start. A slow start leads to the love of your life. How's that? I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. If you're new to my channel, thank you for being here. Hit that like and subscribe button. Comment below. Claim it. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, check out my website, kathymamolenspsychicmedium.com. In the meantime, have a great day, and thank you for joining me. We'll see you again real soon.